The Schaefer Method, the guide to your health, level 7. The 5 essentials to life. They are food, sleep, water, oxygen, and sunlight. Without any one of these 5, we don't live very long. From 4 minutes to maybe 3 weeks. They're crucial for our life, they're crucial for our existence. So that is the premise of my entire method, is based on improving these 5 things. Now we will get into exercise and activity, which can be very valuable and can be very important, but not required for life. So it's, in my mind, it's not nearly as important. Who is this level for? Level 7 is for that person that has made a lot of strides in their health and has made a lot of positive changes or improvements, or was raised in a way of a healthy lifestyle for whatever reason. Now, this level could take 1 to 2 weeks for the person. It may take longer. That's okay. All I'm looking for is for you to improve the quality of your health in your life and to take the steps to move forward. Expect changes. This level it's much more advanced than the beginning levels. Each person may respond slightly different to that, but expect changes. It's going to ask you to do different things nutritionally, sleep-wise, breathing. It's going to sleep. It's going to water. It's going to focus on a lot of those things. So expect your body to change, but expect it to challenge you also. All right, breakfast. Breakfast is 7 out of 7 days. So for a whole 7-day period. Now, the whole system is set up on a 7-day period. So if you start this on Monday, this process, then at this level, then it's going to continue to the next Monday. But you can start it on any day. If you want to start on Tuesday, that's fine. Now, if you mess up somewhere in there, just start the level over. Just start over on the following day. That's okay. You don't have to wait till the following Monday to start all the way over. Breakfast, our goal is to really get rid of the crappy breakfast food that's out there. It's to get you much more nourished. It's to give you real foods to energize and strengthen your body. So it's going to be primarily a protein and vegetable, maybe some fruit and nut based breakfast, which you'll find very quickly that'll give you a lot of energy. It'll help you feel strong. It'll satisfy you throughout the day. We're going to try to get rid of the sugars for breakfast. It's also in the drinks, the coffees and the teas. Try to reduce those sugars, to eliminate them during this process. It'll just make you feel that much better. We also have the option for protein shakes. You can find protein shakes in my products page. But this is a chance if you're just in a rush, if you don't have a lot of time, this can be a good substitute. Now, keep in mind, I don't want you to rely on the protein shakes. I prefer real food, but the protein shakes can come in handy if needed. For you women, breakfast can be challenging, especially when you're trying to eat a steak for breakfast. Some people don't mind, some people don't like it so much. Men typically can handle the steak just fine. Ladies tend to gravitate towards eggs a lot. I encourage you not to overdo the eggs. Too much of any one thing can definitely add up on you, and I encourage you for a little bit of variety. So do challenge yourself with a different form of protein. And a great thing to do for breakfast, especially for you ladies, is a big pot of soup. Vegetable, beef stew, chicken soup with a whole bunch of vegetables in it. You can eat this throughout the week. You can make a huge pot on Sunday night, and it'll be ready for you all week long. It'll be surprised at how much better you'll feel. Now, do make sure you get enough protein in during those soups, because you may need a lot. Every person might be slightly different, but you'll have to figure that out for yourself. Lunch. Once again, lunch, we're trying to reduce the processed and packaged foods. We're going to encourage a very nutritious, hearty lunch. Eat fresh. My go-to meal for lunch is always going to be a salad. It's easy. You can get it anywhere. You can take it with you to work. It's not hard to do. It's just a choice to do. So for lunch, this level will be 6 out of 7 days. So that means you have one day where you can kind of slough off. Maybe work has having a pizza day or for whatever, a Mexican day or something where you're going to have something different. You get one day to have free. Use it wisely, but do your best to try to keep the vegetables and the proteins abundant in your lunch. All right, snacks here. We get 1 to 3 snacks per day. We're going to do snacks 6 out of 7 days. So you get to have one day where you can be a little flexible on your snacks. If you need more than 3 snacks per day, there's a good chance you're not getting enough nutrients from your actual meals. So just keep that in mind. So if you're a little hungry, you might just need a little bit more protein, and that will help satisfy that, and you might not find that you need as many snacks. Now, also keep in mind that nuts and dried fruit can add up on people. Now, I'm not against nuts or I'm not against dried fruit. If you're trying to lose weight, dried fruit can be slightly counterproductive towards that because it does get very sugary. It is natural, but once again, if you're really craving a lot of nuts and dried fruit, it's a good chance you're not getting enough food from your regular meals. So just increase the protein on those regular meals, and you tend to see that go down. Water. Okay, 7 out of 7 days. There's really no good excuse to not get enough water in your diet. Water is crucial. It'll increase your energy levels. It'll help reduce other crappy drinks that you might be exposing yourself to. It keeps you hydrated. Water is very essential for constipation. Most people, it's amazing how many people that are constipated, and all they really have to do is drink more water. So my suggestion for water is to get up in the morning and have a big glass of water first thing in the morning, about a half an hour before you eat. Not too close to your meal, but try to keep it early in the morning and put it right next to your bed, and just pound a nice big glass of water and start your day off. Now, when you do drink your water, try to drink most of it away from your meals. Try not to drink it while you're eating your lunch, breakfast, or dinner. The old saying used to be is, drink a glass of water right before you ate, you would eat less. Unfortunately, it screws up your digestive system. It doesn't allow your food to digest very well, which doesn't give you the nutrients you need. Also, it can be harmful to your GI tract. So you can have water while you eat, but keep that minimal. And try to drink most of your water in between your meals. And also keep in mind, don't drink too much late at night because we don't want to wake up to go to the bathroom and that interferes with our sleep, which I want you to improve on. So try to drink your water more early in the day and in between your meals. The water that I'm recommending is your body weight divided by 2 in ounces, but that's still just a general guide. Honestly, I have no idea how much water you need, but you're getting close. So take the time to have a little bit more, have a little bit less, and see how your body responds to it. You'll notice a difference. You'll see your digestive system working better, your skin feel a little bit healthier, and so just play with this a little bit, and this is a time for you to kind of figure out exactly how much it is that you need. Sleep. I love my sleep. It's very important to me. Sleep is what keeps us young. Obviously, food and water and exercise can help keep us looking and feeling young, but sleep is probably the best thing at all. If we get good quality sleep, we wake up feeling rested and energized. We're much more productive for the day. So really shoot for that 6 to 8 hours of sleep per day, every night of the week. Now, I know life can get complicated and can interfere. Your kid gets sick, or you have to run an errand something late at night and you're not able to get in there. But try to keep most nights at that 6 to 8 hours. Keep your room as dark as possible. Keep the electronics down to a minimal. I prefer not to have any electronics in your room at all. Even your alarm clock is battery operated if ideal. Just so it doesn't mess with our brain waves and it doesn't prevent us from relaxing into a nice deep sleep. If you do have sleep problems, a good suggestion is some Epsom salt. An Epsom salt bath can work really well to help our body relax. It can help with body cramping if you have that issue. It can also help with our digestive system. It can help relieve constipation. So a couple times this next week, try an Epsom salt bath and see how you feel. You'll be surprised. You'll feel so much better. You'll feel very relaxed and you'll sleep like a baby. All right, oxygen. When I talk about oxygen, I'm talking about air quality and I'm talking about breathing. Now, for the most part, our air quality outside is better than inside a building or any house. All the chemicals and the carpet and the paint and just the people interferes with the air quality inside. Now, if you live in a really bad area where you have a factory next to you or they do crop dusting next to you or something, now that might be an exception, or if they're tarring the road outside your house. But for the most part, breathing outside is going to be more beneficial than breathing inside. So take a moment, go outside, and take a nice deep breath. Relax a little bit. Take 5-10 minutes and just breathe and relax and enjoy the warm sun on your face. Now, if it's freezing cold out there, then take a couple minutes outside and then get back inside and relax. But I'd want you to take 4 days out of 7 and get out there and just take a few breaths and relax. Relaxing helps reduce cortisol, which is a stress hormone that is important for life, but we don't want it to be happening all the time. We don't want that hormone high in our body all the time because it's very counterproductive for weight loss. It affects weight loss. It affects our mood. It affects our overall health. So take a few deep breaths and just relax. Exercise. So we got 4 out of 7 days of good exercise. Now, if you're new to exercise and you're the first time doing it, take your time. Pick a few activities. Don't rush into it, and please watch the video on the exercise page, which will guide you to where you should start when it comes to exercise. Now, if you've been exercising your whole life, or you've been exercising a lot and you exercise more than 4 days, feel free to continue to do so. But also watch the video and find out a good place. Maybe we could try some new things, or you'll get exposed to a different workout or a different concept of workout, and it'll help improve your life. Now, once again, exercise is not crucial for life. It's not important for life. You can live your whole life and never exercise, but you can't live your whole life without those 5 essentials. But we can use exercise to enhance our life. So let's look at it that way. Let's take ourselves where we are today and where we want to get to tomorrow, and prevent ourselves from deteriorating and breaking down later in life. Extra effort. This extra effort will be focusing on the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15. Now, in the past, we've done different extra efforts where we were looking people in the eyes, opening the door for somebody, telling people how grateful we are for the things we have in our life, telling ourselves how grateful we are for the things we have in our life. Well, this extra effort is going to start focusing on improving some of the qualities of our foods. So the Dirty Dozen is basically 12 foods that are most likely heavily sprayed by herbicides and pesticides that can be harmful to your health. Now, those are the foods that we're going to ultimately want to choose to go organic. The Clean 15 are foods that tend to be well protected, and that if they're not organic, they tend not to be as harmful for us. So, just safe rule of thumb, if you eat the skin of the vegetable or fruit, the greater chances of you wanting it to be organic. If you peel it, like a orange or banana, the safer it will be for it to be not organic. Now, when it comes to organic, there's different viewpoints on that. People don't believe in it. I personally think that it's almost like a faith thing. I know that the other foods are being sprayed. I know that the regular foods are being sprayed quite often. So I'm kind of put my faith in the people that are growing organic foods, and trusting them that they're at least using less harmful stuff that will not harm me as much. Find a food store, a local one that you can use and you trust, and use their foods as often as you can. Also, look for local farmers and try to find local people that grow things. It's a cheaper way to live, but it's also very it's healthier. The food's coming right from your neighborhood, which means that it wasn't on a truck for 2 weeks. So just a FYI, there's your extra effort for this level. All right, feel free to contact me anytime if you have any questions. Please finish all of level 7 before you move on. And if there's a point of that level where you feel like there's a sticking point, if for whatever reason you missed a day of the water and you just you messed up, you forgot, you got busy for some odd reason, then, and that's not normal for you to do, then feel free to still move on, but just keep an eye on that. Don't let yourself get away with it too often, because then you're gonna start to do that more often and more often and more often. You're gonna fall out of that habit of treating yourself the way you should. Now, this whole process that I'm going through, it's like resetting your default. Resetting your default is trying to change the person that you've created up to this point. And that's usually why we're here. We're looking to improve something about ourselves. We're trying to become healthier, lose weight, feel better. And if you are already exactly the person you wanted to be, you probably wouldn't be on my site. So if you're looking to improve something, and most likely your default isn't what you want it to be. So when life gets complicated, when we have to move, and you move to a new location, and you start choosing bad foods, or not sleeping, and not drinking your water, that is your current default. And this process will help us reset that default to hopefully be something that you think is more obtainable and better for your overall health. Once you've completed this level, click the button at the bottom of the page, and I'm looking forward to seeing you at level 8.